Hey guys, welcome back to Chaos Covfefe. So in order to create this model, I went into ZBrush and I started with a sphere because Koffing is mostly just a sphere. I pulled out a sphere to kind of just mark the position where Eevee's head was, so I could pull out little stubs for the exhaust holes or whatever they are on Koffing. And then after I had that done, I kind of went through and just started adding some of the details to Eevee's face, like the ears, the eyes, and the nose. And mostly my process here is just to get all of the main features there and not necessarily perfect, because it's easier to see when they're all in place what kind of doesn't fit and what needs adjusting. So that's what I did. And then I went to add the fluff on Eevee's chest, and I kind of just copied the same thing and moved it around so I had the same sort of texture. And then I used a sphere and kind of just molded it for the tail. And then after that was just adding the extra details for Koffing's design on his chest. Then after it was done modeling, I sent it over to my CR10 for printing, and this thing printed really amazingly. This is probably one of the best prints I've gotten off of one of my FDM machines. In the under area where supports were, actually was not that messy. The very bottom of the sphere was, but the rest of it was actually surprisingly clean, so I was pretty happy with the results there. And then I handed it off to Chelsea for post-processing. She did an amazing job as always. She sanded it quite a bit, filler prime, sand, that whole process, and then just began painting it with acrylic paints and a paintbrush. And as always, this part is sped up ridiculously fast because taking your time and having a steady hand is really important in these, especially in these small areas and where the colors butt up against each other. So just make sure to take your time, and small paintbrushes will help immensely as well. Then after she was done applying all of the paint, she took a glossy clear coat to it. That's right guys, we have Covfefe. Now I'm sure some of you are confused as to what exactly this is, so let me explain quickly. So I'm sure all of you are aware of what a meme is, and this thing became a huge meme. Well, not this specifically, but the word Covfefe became a huge meme because the President of the United States, Donald Trump, sent out a tweet one night that was halfway through a sentence and just had the word Covfefe, ended the tweet, and no explanation, didn't delete it for like 9 hours or something like that. And in that time it blew up, became a huge meme, everyone was talking about it. So whether you like Donald Trump or whether you hate him, you gotta admit, he's a goldmine for memes. But in the midst of all of those memes, Lauren over at Abuzz Designs tweeted at me a picture of this thing, Koffing plus Eevee equals Covfefe. Someone had figured out what it actually meant, and of course it was the mixture of these two Pokemon. And she actually challenged me to model this thing, and I absolutely love memes. I thought this one was hilarious, so I went to work right away. I pretty much modeled it that night, and then printed it out on my CR10, and my wife went to work painting it. So I know by the time I'm getting this up, we're kind of on the back end of this meme. It's dying out a little bit, but I just thought this was too funny to pass up. So here you have Covfefe. So you're welcome for this nightmare fuel. Alright guys, well thank you for watching. We'll be back to normal next week with some new models, and we should be getting things back on track. So thanks for sticking with me. And if you thought this was funny, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment below letting me know your thoughts. And then, until next time, keep creating.